Hello and welcome everyone to day 26 in this quest for a 2000 rating on chess.com. And today I think I'll split the series up into two videos. So the first video will just be the game for all of those out there that just like the game action and just want to watch the game. And the second video, I'll do the game review and analysis for those of you that want to dig deeper into the moves in the game and see what the computer finds. So stick around for that second video with the game review and analysis. Let's go ahead and find a player. Let's see here. We'll do another 15-minute game. And let's begin here. All right, so the black pieces once again. And we're playing a 1604 player. All right, so we'll start with knight to f6 to keep them from being able to play e4 here. So they have to play c4. All right, so now we'll do the Grunfeld defense, which we could play the King's Indian, but the Grunfeld lets us take a little more control of the center. Although here in this exchange variation, they've just taken a big piece of the center, it looks like. So we'll just go ahead and develop our bishop. Then we can get ready to castle. Let's see here. Now, I'm still trying to learn this opening, so I definitely have to go back and do the review here and see what would be best. So, should I just castle here? Should I go ahead and develop the bishop, but then they could possibly move here and target this pawn. Maybe I should push this forward here to try and attack his center. So I'll go ahead and do that, I think. And just see what they decide. And I'm not sure, so in the game review, another reason to split this up in two, that'll give me a little bit of time to see what I should have played, because I'm learning this new opening repertoire, which I mentioned in previous videos. So I don't quite have these openings down yet, all the different variations. So, I don't know if this was a correct move. I can't remember, but it seems to have kind of, I don't know, got them thinking a bit here. Now, do I go ahead and capture there? Let's see if I do that. We'll go ahead and knock that out and see what happens here. All right, now I could, if I check, they can just block that. So, do we go ahead and castle, or do we attack? If we go there, well, they could just push forward. So, do we go after this here? I think we'll just castle and see what they do next. All right. right. Now, well, I guess I should develop this knight. So now, maybe that puts a little bit of pressure on. I probably didn't quite, play this correctly. But I guess we'll see here. Now, the one thing that came out of this is I have a pawn majority on the queen side, so maybe that could be a endgame advantage if I can get these pawns rolling and try and push through a passed pawn. But I don't know, we still have a little ways to go here. Now, will they try and push this pawn forward? No, well, they can't. I mean, I guess if they did that, I could... Well, I don't know if I'd want to do that. If they could push forward. If I took out their rook and the queen captured, and then you have the problem of the queen and the bishop attacking here. I don't know. That could be dangerous. So... Man, would I really want to do that? So maybe that's what they're thinking about. If they push this pawn forward attacking my knight and I pick off the rook, okay, they didn't even think about that. So let's see here. Let's see. Well, I guess we could push this pawn forward here. It'll block in our bishop, and then we're probably going to have to try and fianchetto and bring our bishop up here and aim that way. If we were to check, they could block. Let's see. Should I? All right, so I'm trying to figure out if I should put my rook here on e8. I may have to watch out for this bishop pinning the knight to the rook. Do I push this forward right here? Do I just develop my bishop here? I don't know if I like that. I probably have to fianchetto this bishop. All right, well, I guess we're going there. And now will I have an issue of this bishop, pushing forward here and the bishop coming down and attacking my rook. So I don't know. This is getting a little crazy here. Probably need to work on pushing these pawns forward. I mean, do I want to go here, but then maybe they could go there? Okay, so they just go ahead and castle. So now, what is next? If I go here with a6, they could push their pawn forward and prevent me from moving this pawn. So maybe I go here, then fianchetto. So think we'll try that. So we'll just fianchetto the bishop there. And then that'll help us get our other rook out, I guess. And then we have to figure out where to put this queen. Maybe I should play h6 to prevent any pieces moving here to g5, especially, you know, at some point a bishop could try and move in here and attack. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see here. Guess we'll see. All right, so gotta go there. Now, will they try and put more pressure by moving here with that? You know, that's possible. And then what do? I guess I could just move my queen up, then connect my rooks. Oh, okay, but I don't know if I like that. So, all right, well, I guess we just go ahead and bring our rook over. We'll just go ahead and do that because he's trying to build the pressure up there. And then perhaps I can play this move and start pushing his bishop away. All right, so maybe I can do that. Just play a6 here, attacking his bishop and driving it away, forcing him to either capture the knight, you know, which he probably won't do because he doesn't want to give up his bishop pair. Okay, so now he's going to try and trade off there. So let's go ahead and chase this bishop. We'll just go ahead and chase the bishop. All right, so will he attack here? He could. This could be a problem if that knight jumps in here. Okay, so he avoids the trade there. So now what? Do I just push my pawn, push my passed pawn even further? Yeah, that's a possibility. So I think that's what we'll do. That'll limit the scope of his pieces, get my passed pawn moving. Well, try to get a passed pawn, get my pawn majority moving. Okay, so do I just push forward? That's what I'm trying to decide. Is there any tricky moves here? All right, well, I'm wasting time. We'll just push forward there. And then at least we have this pawn majority, you know, further up the board. So now, okay, so he wants to trade off there. Is that a mistake now? Can we pick off this pawn? If we go there, that could have given us an advantage here. All right, so now if I pick off this, all right, this is a turning point in the game. I could try and pick off, attack here. If he just captures here, then I have a knight capture with check. If I capture with the knight and the knight just captures, well, then I could capture here. Or do I just go ahead and do that? No, I think I have to go here first. All right, I think it'll work. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Right. Okay, so they do that. Well, now we go here and then we pick off the knight. So we go there. The queen will have to come down. All right, so they capture. Now, we just capture the rook. Okay, let's take another look here. Okay. If we get their queen, maybe that's what we should do. If we go after their queen, we'll keep our bishop pair. Okay, this just got tricky. Do I just capture with the bishop? Probably don't want to do that. All right, just keep my bishop pair and capture their queen. They'll capture my queen. Well, hold on now. Okay. If I capture their queen, they capture my queen. They'll still have two rooks. So I think I have to go ahead and capture with this. All right. Capture with my bishop. If I capture with my queen, they'll capture, they'll be ahead, so I guess I just have to do this. And then they'll have to come down, then I can pick off their knight. Now I'm lined up on their pawn. But I do have this bad bishop that I need to do something about. And if they attack me, least I have, and I came out a pawn ahead in that, so I don't know. That'll be one for the game review to check out. Okay, so here, now I can press forward, attack their queen. Maybe that works. Press forward, attack their queen, and then what do they do? Or, well, yeah, maybe that would be better. Just to press forward and attack the queen. All right, so where would they go with their queen? All right. Well, let's just attack before I run out of time here. So we'll go ahead and attack their queen. Now I can bring my bishop up here, possibly. Try and get it more centralized. Because that bishop is kind of the problem child. Okay, so now I can go after that other pawn. Okay, so what they're probably thinking about doing now is trying to line up on my queen, or excuse me, get the rook here to line up on my queen, and then you know, try and trade off this rook, and then that's what I have to watch out for. So all right, where to put this bishop? If I just go here, they're gonna block it in. If I go here to e3, that's probably best. Then maybe I can move up here and attack their bishop. You know, maybe trade something off here. But I think they're going to try and put a rook here on d1, attack my queen, then move down here and, you know, try and put pressure on this rook and try and, I don't know, get some kind of fork going. All right. So my other option is to maybe just attack the queen here. But then they could move up here and attack. All right, so let's just develop that. And see what they do next. You know, and maybe I need to bring my king up here. But the game may be decided by trying to get one of these pawns. You know, get a passed pawn here in the end game. And then here, at least, I don't know, do I have any kind of threat of coming up here with check at some point? Okay, so they do this. They're probably thinking about coming down here. Well, now I guess I could move here and attack their bishop and their pawn at the same time, so I guess that would work. All right, well, let's do that. What threat do they have? If they come down here, you know, then what do? I capture the rook, then move my king up, and I think I'll be good. So let's just do that. See what they do. Now, is there any threat of them at some point swinging the rook down and over here towards my king side? All right, well, at least now we're forking their bishop and their pawn. We should be able to, they'll probably have to protect their bishop or move it. What options do they have? Now, if they bring their rook down here and try and trade off the rook, and I take, they take with check, well, then I can just move up here, and then they could move here and protect the pawn, but then their bishop would still be unprotected. So I think that's an issue. They have to do something about their bishop. They could just move their bishop here, okay, which is what they just did. All right, so now they're going to attack. Well, that's probably okay for me. I just trade off more material and then just pick off the other pawn. And I should be good. Okay. Well. All right. Looks like the best thing to do is to just pick off that bishop. Just trade more material down. But am I going to have an issue if I capture and they recapture with the pawn, and then they maybe push this pawn up, get their king up here, and try and attack down here? Well, then I guess I could swing my queen over. All right, well, we go there. All right, anyway, enough talk. We'll just trade off more material because we're going to be ahead after we pick off this other pawn. Okay, so they're probably thinking about that. All right, so now we should just go ahead . Maybe he's trying to get a draw out of this by, oh, and I'm running out of time, so I better get moving here. All right, looks like we just want to go ahead and pick off another pawn. So we'll just go ahead and do that, see what they do next. Okay, so now, do we just trade off material here or not, or ignore that? We could check them first and then pick off another pawn. If we just capture here, oh, but if they capture, okay, so that's what we have to decide here. If we check them on B1, they have to move, and we pick this pawn off, well, then they could capture. We capture, they pick this off. Then we could check them. All right, well, let's go ahead and check them first. We'll at least do that. Now, if we go ahead and take that and they check us, we take, they capture, They check us, we move up. It gives them time to protect this pawn. All right, well, do I pick this off? Do I pick off another one? Guess so. We'll just go after another one here. Then we can threaten a check here, possibly. All right. Well, now I don't know, they're just behind quite a bit here. So if we do that, they can pick off this pawn. You know, if they check us. Okay, so they decide to do that instead. All right, well, then we'll just move back up here to safety. All right, well, now if we check, we'll just go ahead and do that. See what they do next. Okay, does that give us anything if we check over there? All right, we'll just get rid of that. All right, now does it matter if we capture with the queen or the king? Probably. If we go there, all right, we'll just do that. At least we do have a check up here, which could help us. So if we check, and we probably need to get our queen on this diagonal to keep us safe. You know, if he decides to go after the passed pawns here, well then, if we check, then we could move down here and protect them. But we should, okay, so he does that, which that's interesting. Okay, now we should probably just centralize. Okay, so actually he's going there after the pawns. Okay, so just do that. We'll just try and get these pawns moving, get our king. If he picks this one off, we can get our queen up here, then drop down to the center, control our diagonal, and just start marching forward. All right, if I don't run out of time, we should be good. So the plan is to march this queen, or well, bring this queen up here and help cover this pawn. If he tries to go after that, we could even go here, to f4, and then maneuver to the center. All right, so now we'll just go here. And then we can move here. And cover the diagonal to keep our king safe. And just start pushing this pawn forward. So now we'll do that. And we'll just start pushing this pawn up. So here we go. We'll just start marching forward, and he won't be able to stop that pawn. And then that should be winning, as long as we don't have any crazy blunders. All right, so they resign because there's no way to stop that pawn. Okay, well, interesting game. I hope you all enjoyed that. Like I said, I will end the video here, and I'll do a second video with the game review and the game analysis, so you can check all that out and see what the win percentage, the accuracy percentage was, and we'll see what the computer found, because that was a pretty interesting game. Pretty tense there at some points. All right, well, thank you all for watching. Stick around for the second video if you're interested in the game review and analysis. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to leave comments, suggestions, or even requests, because I do other instructional videos on different topics. If there's something you're interested in, I could try and do a video on that. Thank you all for watching, and have a super chess day.